I want to thank the author for her courageous position on this bill. I'm proud to have joined as a principal co-author. I'd like to just share that prior to joining to the legislature, I was working as a journalist. I cover the police shootings of Freddie Gray, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, Eric Gardner, and Tamir Rice, who was only 12. We must say their names and we must remember who they are. And these are just a few of many. What I saw as a journalist was the continuous videos played over and over and over and over, to the point that we have become incredibly desensitized as a society when we literally see someone being shot in our local news. The mental health aspect of that, to the receiver, to the viewer, to the families, and to the officers themselves, is something that we also must address. I would go home at night and just want to shut down. And I wasn't necessarily the one impacted. I just had to cover it and see it over and over. Young kids that I've spoken to in my community in the 51st Assembly District have similar fears. Young boys of color in my community who want to be able to live and thrive and live in dignity and not be afraid, while at the same time in conversations with law enforcement, their own fears about the harsh realities of the jobs that they do, and the fact that we as civilians may not necessarily know what they do every single day. But I am thankful that the conversations have gone to the point where law enforcement recognized the important critical position that we are currently living in and took a position to do something, which is a great, bold new step for California and for the nation. This is an incredibly important piece of legislation, perhaps the most important one that we will vote in this year or perhaps in many years to come, because California can certainly set the tone when it comes to the reality of this work and the impact that it has had on families across California, across the country. I strongly urge your support, and I hope that the conversation can continue so that we come to resolutions as to the impact that this has had on families, the impact that this has on the job of actually being a law enforcement officer, and how we can move forward to ensure that there is justice and that the mental health needed for both sides is available and a resource. So I respectfully request and I vote, and I'm so honored and proud to have joined as a principal co-author on this. Thank you.